fact that the shredder showed up at the DOJ,
Oh, yes. And that
and then
Biden
Getz is
is
out.
in the Amazon and
Yeah,
magically from the Amazon, he okays Ukraine
yeah.
to use our weapons.
Mhm.
Hello, welcome to Texas Tough Chicks. I'm Gwen and this is Viv. If you're here for your first time, welcome. If you're coming back for your poison, welcome back. And we've got so much going on right now. You'd think that President Trump is already in office just because of all these appointments are, coming out in the public and um,
Well, except he's not in office because they're sending more money to Ukraine.
right?
They're sending $40 million a week to the Taliban.
Yeah,
They're about to get us into World War III because they've
right.
said, okay, Ukraine, go ahead and launch those missiles. And
And
all
can
this
I
is
just,
being done. And Biden's in where?
yeah,
Yeah.
can I just ask, like, how from the Amazon do you authorize another country using our weapons against a nuclear power? Like, how is
Yeah.
that happening? How is that happening when you're in the Amazon? How is I'd like to know, what is he like on a little phone call, like a little flip phone, cell
Oh,
phone,
yeah, yeah.
hey, yeah, go ahead and tell them, go ahead, they can launch our weapons against a nuclear power, no problem.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he doesn't take any questions on it because he doesn't know where the hell he is. He doesn't
He
even know what's
doesn't
going
know what
on.
he's doing. Yeah.
So they're trying to, really honestly, what they're trying to do is create chaos. So when
Right.
Trump comes in, they don't look like the asses they are, and
Mm-hmm.
what they've done to our country. It's like a distraction. It's
Mm-hmm.
like trying to
Mm-hmm.
distract everyone,
Yep.
from what they've done. And they're just
Well, it's
basically putting us all at, risk of being nuked.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all total chaos, and I don't know. Of course, Biden and Trump met, and Biden's going on about, oh, this will be a smooth and transition. We're going to
Mhm.
cooperate with
Oh,
you, and all blah
yeah,
blah blah.
right.
And that's why. So a really piece of good news was the fact that Trump picked Matt Gaetz to be
Oh,
the
yeah. Hmm.
head of well, he was attorney general. Of course, now he's declining, but so there's still nasty stuff going on because Tuesday a truck shows up and a shredding truck
Hmm.
shows up in front of the DOJ. So it's like, okay, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's
Shredding
oh, we're
truck?
we're transparent. We're gonna smooth transition. Uh,
How much
really,
are they shredding anyway? You need a shredding truck? Like
must
literally,
be a
like what?
lot.
Are they
Must be a lot.
shredding every single thing in the office there? Like what's
Must
what's
be.
going on?
I wonder
Like
if they're shredding a few people. you
right?
know,
Oh,
what do you
don't
need a
even give them
truck for?
ideas. And I love
I
how they're
know.
just totally going after Gates. Now, who knows? Like we don't know anything about Gates, but here's the big thing that I heard that is so controversial that he might have had sex with a 17-year-old. Okay, shut up. Because you're telling us that a 5-year-old can change their sex, okay, and make a life altering. You're telling us that 11-year-olds should have sex and be able to have abortions. So no, shut up about that. Don't get all high moral about
Well,
17-year-olds. I'm sorry.
and here's the
You have no
thing.
room.
Actually, they investigated that for 18 months, the current DOJ, and they found nothing to actually go after him for. He was never charged. It was an investigation.
Right. A witch hunt.
Nothing came of it. Nothing
Mhm.
came of it. So why is it all of a sudden, this oh my God thing?
Oh,
Well, and you've got to look at the fact that they've had the border open and there's 320 plus
right.
thousand children missing, and they're assumed to be sex trafficked, using for adrenochrome, sacrificed. We don't know
Hmm.
what's being done
And
to those
am I
children.
wrong? But isn't Kamala still in charge of the border?
Yeah,
Isn't
she
that
is.
still her job?
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
but I thought she was going to take care of that, right? No, no, because she never did. She wasn't going to, and she wouldn't have done it in the future.
No,
That's just
no,
all a bunch
no.
of BS. So when
Yeah.
they use like that plea to get people's votes, you got to look at what they've been doing. Look what they've
Mm-hmm.
been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. and they continue to do nothing.
Well, they've
She's just
been doing bad
MIA.
things. That's the problem is what they've actually been doing is really, really bad things for this
Right,
country. They are traitors,
right.
and this, I really wish somebody would go out, maybe, and whoever now that Gates has pulled himself out of the nomination for Attorney General, I hope he gets somebody just as much of a
Oh
little
yeah, I hope it
bulldog.
gets someone worse. I
I
just
do
really do.
too.
Someone who
I
just
do
like
too.
goes after blood. I don't
Hmm.
know if Rand Paul has been appointed to anything, but
I
man,
don't
he's a
know.
good one too.
Yeah,
He goes after stuff when he gets smells a little blood, he goes after stuff. I don't know.
we've just there's got to. I mean, that's this, and now's the time. This administration has got to be held accountable for all the stuff that they've done, for all the
Mhm.
treason against this country.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
And then
yeah.
appointing Elon and Vivek for
Hmm.
transparency with
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
what's going on, all the spending that's going on. They're going
Hmm.
to make that all of that public so we can see where all of our
Hmm.
tax-paying money is just going down the
Yep.
toilet for nothing.
Yep.
And they're going to
Yep.
put a clamp on it. And I mean, thank God, thank God,
Oh, I
thank
can't wait for
God.
that. I think maybe I may apply for a job with those guys, just
Yeah.
because it's like, please. And then RFK needs to do the same thing. He needs
Yes.
to clean that out because we are
Yes.
being poisoned in our food,
Hmm.
in the chemtrails across the sky.
Yeah,
Uh,
the only thing I'm afraid of is that RFK is like a vegan, and that would suck. Like, I
no,
don't
I don't
know.
think
I
it.
Googled
No,
that to see if he was, because I was like,
no, I don't think he would
man,
do
if he
that. I
is,
don't.
that would be
No,
horrible.
no, I don't think he'll do that. I think what he's really looking at is the
The
power that
corruption.
Pfizer
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Right,
Monsanto and all
right,
those places have over this
right,
American people, and the vaccines,
right.
all that. So I feel
Oh
pretty
yeah.
comfortable.
I just hope we don't go down that road again. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. Can't
Oh,
do it.
they're already talking about it though. It's going to be a bird flu
Oh,
again this time.
jeez.
So
So much COVID talk. So many people putting on masks. Not of course not in Texas. Well, not in the Panhandle. I don't know. Like maybe
well,
in
I've
Dallas. I don't
seen
know.
them.
But
I've seen a few, but then I see more if I go, visit Dallas Fort Worth. There's a lot
right,
more there.
right.
So
Yeah. Where they let the loonies in. And I heard too that New York is actually shipping uh illegals back to Texas, which I don't even understand why Abbott wouldn't just go ballistic over that. I just don't even know. And you know what? Women with cutting your hair and everything, we'd like you to just go, just quit with this. They just keep it up, like it's still going on. It's still like, I'm panicking, I'm just a spoiled child that didn't get my way, so I'm gonna
hmm.
hurt myself. I'm gonna cut
Yeah,
my hair and make myself look, whatever. I don't know.
right. Yeah,
It's just like a spoiled child who didn't get their
it is.
way. And it's just like, this is what our young people have done. They've raised themselves on the internet. And
Hmm.
we were talking about this just the other
Hmm.
day, you and I.
Right. Hmm.
There's no decorum anymore. There's
No,
no etiquette.
there's no social graces.
Yes,
There's no
social
social
graces.
graces
Yes.
that
There's just
people
none.
don't know how to be civil to each other
No.
and conduct themselves in a proper way.
No, you got to hate people who
Oh,
don't agree with you.
that
You got to
reminds
be,
me.
and you got to tear up their stuff and you got to spray paint all over it and light it on fire and roll on the ground like a little 2-year old and have a
Well,
little temper tantrum.
and every other word out of your mouth is the F word. It's like,
Right.
give me a break. But I saw something today. This is really interesting. It was talking about having a successful lifestyle, and it said, if you cannot control your mouth, you cannot control your future. And I went,
Oh, that's
that's a
good.
good one. That's really
Mhm.
good.
Well, I sometimes lose the control of my mouth. But I can tell you this, when I'm around the people that I really need to, not do that. I mean, I can control that, right? It's really just
Right.
the people I'm comfortable with or that I'm really
Well,
mad
but
at.
we all do that. We all we have a certain circle of people we feel
Mhm.
comfortable enough to
Right.
express ourselves however we need to. It's when you do like those women who are, they've got the little nose rings in and they're buzz headed, blue bracelets and everything, and they're just
I'm
and
not
every other
gonna have
word's
sex. Okay,
yeah. It's
good.
like, don't.
Like, oh, that changes
Who
my mind
wants
about
to?
everything. I'm like, no, you don't have sex, girlfriend. That's good.
Right,
That's good.
right.
You don't get pregnant, girlfriend. right on. That's exactly,
But then their
that
whole,
makes
but
sense.
again, we talked about this before too, is that their whole argument was about they're mad because Trump got elected, so therefore they're not going to be able to have abortions. And I'm going,
That's
well,
so
if you're not having
stupid.
sex, you don't need an abortion. So you kind of negated your
You're
whole
right.
argument
It's
right
so
there, didn't you, stupid?
stupid.
Anyway,
It's kind of like the riots. It's kind of like people destroying things. Oh, that changes everyone's mind, doesn't it?
right,
I mean, that's a
right.
spoiled child mentality, isn't it?
Yep, yep.
I'm gonna be so loud and disruptive that you have to give me
Mhm.
my way. But in
Right.
reality, in a grown-up world, that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work. See?
Mm-mm. You don't get
So
your
it
way.
just has the opposite effect. But
Yep.
because our young people have been raised on the internet, they haven't had people at home to help them to be good human beings.
Mm-mm.
Like they
Mm-mm.
don't know. They don't know to say thank you. They don't know to be grateful for stuff. They only know, give me, I'm first, I'm the center of the universe. No one
Well, and
really
to be,
cares about me. So I have to, really have to be loud and obnoxious and,
mm-hmm.
cut my hair so I can get some attention. And it's insanity. It's
And
really,
they
we
can't
did it to our own
practice,
kids.
they don't practice gratitude.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
And therefore everything is makes them angry,
Yeah.
makes them scared,
Hmm.
makes them fearful, whatever it is. It's like
Hmm.
I just don't, I can't even relate to these people at
Yeah.
all.
There is
Oh,
such
here.
a simple thing of saying, like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, that is so simple, but so respectful. Like,
Right.
I love that about Texas. Like, okay, I say Texas, the conservative parts of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It is so part of the culture that you feel odd if you don't.
Right,
And it's
right.
not just to an adult, like a child to an adult, it's like an adult to everyone. Like,
I do it. I still
mhm,
say yes, sir, yes, ma'am,
mhm, yep.
at my age to other people. So,
And when you
it's
go out of
just
state, do you ever say
respect.
it and people are like, what?
Oh yeah, they look at
Like,
you like you have two heads, but
right? They don't know how to respond. Oh, okay, thank you. I mean, like they don't even know.
I know it.
But
Well,
yeah.
talking about all the loonies that are, all the women who are doing all the weird stuff, I heard there's actually some celebrities that are leaving. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But the interesting thing about all that is they say that they left because Trump got elected, but all of those people are connected to P. Diddy.
Oh,
So,
oh,
so
ick,
that's like, oh,
yuck.
did you
Yeah,
really leave
surprise,
because of
surprise.
Trump, or did you leave because you might be
Ah,
getting a knock
really
on your
shows you,
door?
really shows you how selfish. I mean, and how corrupt and how deep it goes
Yeah.
because, there's such a fear of being exposed. I,
Hmm.
I don't fear it. Do you fear being exposed? Because, I
No,
wouldn't do anything like that, right?
no. Mm-mm.
So when someone is so fearful that they're willing to ruin our country to
Hmm.
save themselves from what they've done in the past, it's like
Yep.
it's disgusting. It really is. And
Yep.
then trying to start, World War III with
Oh
Russia.
God, yes, right. Yeah. Thank you,
I guess
Biden,
go
for
out with a
saying
bang, right?
let's go. Yeah. I heard something that there's actually American citizens who are writing letters to Putin saying, "Hey, stop. We don't want this war.
Yeah.
We don't want to get in a war with Russia. Just because we have, war hawk idiots in the White House doesn't
Yes.
mean that they represent us." So I think that
Did you
write a
see
letter.
Putin's statement?
I'm
Holy
not sure.
moly, it was so scary. He basically said, if you are a country that is aided by what did he say? Like I don't know if he said nuclear power, but like if you're aided by a larger country, we
Mhm.
consider that now we're at war with both of you. Like we're at
Yeah.
war with both.
I heard he lowered the threshold too for,
And he
like the
said we
threshold
will
was
use
really
nuclear.
high for the nuclear launch kind of,
Hmm.
or,
Yep. Hmm.
retaliation. And I've heard the bars come down. So
Yep.
that's scary too.
Yep. And like someone said, think about it. When has he said something that he didn't do?
Never.
Hmm. So, yeah, we
Well, and
better.
then
And thank
okay.
God that we have Trump coming in. Thank
Mhm.
God, because honestly, I mean, it's just the heart. The scary thing is the 60 days that are left,
Right.
right? I
Right.
mean, and then we have Kamala like MIA, right? Not helping with the border at all, not doing anything of her job.
No.
Then we have Biden, who's been MIA for 4 years.
Hmm.
So who the
Yeah.
hell
So,
is running our country?
Well,
Like,
we kind of know. We kind of know.
I mean, we know, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, oh my gosh, 60 days to destroy us. It's like,
Hmm. Hmm.
they're gonna try. They're gonna try. I mean, if
I don't
nothing
know.
else, out of spite, which is
Oh
so
yeah,
ridiculous.
sure. Well, we're weak. We're weak right now. So,
Yeah.
and it's not only Russia. It's all these young men from
Yep.
China and Iran
Hmm.
and all the countries that hate us that are in our
Hmm.
country right now. Who knows what kind of attack that they're planning? I mean, maybe
Oh
that's going
yeah.
to be the hey, Merry Christmas, America. Boom.
Right.
And
Did
I
you
just
see
feel
that
like right now,
UFC fight? Was it the UFC fight?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Where he
yes,
comes in the arena and the crowd is just like crazy and he's
yes,
hugging Joe
yes.
Rogan and and then the fighter that wins and this guy who's undefeated has never lost one match hands him
He
the
does the
belt
Trump dance. Does the
and does the
Trump
Trump
dance.
dance and then hands him the belt. And then
I
I
love
mean
it.
just amazing.
Yep.
Officer Tatum, which is one of my favorite guys,
I like him
he
too.
pointed
Mhm.
out and he's like, so that's Hitler? Like,
Right,
that's Hitler, the
right,
guy
right,
who's
right.
like face to face
Yeah,
with the black dude and like the black dude's honoring him. That's the
right,
Hitler? Like
right,
so
right.
stupid, you
I
know.
know, I know.
Uh,
And all these
Yeah.
people who believe that, it's just they've been so brainwashed.
Oh, I know. I know, and they still are. And they're all
Hmm.
crying, which we knew they
Hmm.
would. They're all, on their little, platforms and their
In their safe
screen
spaces.
and their little safe spaces.
Yeah. That's
Thank you,
that's
vote observers. Thank you so much across the country on
yeah,
both
yeah.
sides, but thank you for trying to make sure that our
I'm hope
election was legitimate. And
and
I
I'm
mean, I
I'm
think it was
hoping there's
more
somebody.
overwhelming than we know because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
believe that she got that many votes. I really don't.
No, 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 no. But then the thing about how she got 15, there's like 15 million Democrat votes that didn't show up this election that did for Biden. And I went, that's because
No,
they weren't legitimate votes. That was the funny business with the
no.
Dominion voting machines. That was the paper ballots that didn't have signatures, were, whatever. So I think those 15 million people are not real people.
Or they're dead, or they're
All of
dementia
that,
patients that
or
someone
they're
took
illegal
their
or
ballot.
whatever. So
Yep. Yeah.
it's crazy times. It's crazy
Yeah.
times, and
It is.
I know everybody's excited about Trump, and I'm happy,
Me too.
but I just feel like this is like the calm before the storm. Everything's
I know
quiet,
it is. It
but
does.
you
It totally feels
know
like that.
that there's all right. So we were Texas tough, and we won this
Yes.
election. We need to stand behind Trump's nominees for these
Hmm.
different offices. What
Hmm.
we need to do is you need to call your senators. Apparently, that's what happened with Gates. Is he went around to the different Senate offices, and oh, that was something that was kind of interesting. That was a theory, was that they put him in kind of like a sacrificial lamb. It's like, okay, we're going to
Mm.
put him in as the nominee and see which rats on the Republican side
Oh,
actually come to the
wow. Right.
surface.
To
So,
expose it.
mm-hmm,
Oh,
mm-hmm.
yes.
So because
Mm.
there's something
That's
about that, him
interesting.
dropping out, all this
Mm.
stuff happening that just doesn't quite add up. So
Hmm.
I think there's something, there's
Mm.
somebody behind that curtain, something
I
going on.
like it. That's a good
I
conspiracy
think
theory.
it's
I like
great. I
that
think
one.
it's great. And there's, you always know that there's rhino rats, and
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh,
we got to
definitely.
get rid of them. We got to vote those people out. But
Oh.
anyway, we've got to stay Texas tough.
Hmm.
Call your
Yeah.
congressman, call your senator, say we want these people to be what's the word on confirmed. Senate
Yes.
confirmation. Let's get it going so that when Trump hits the ground running, everybody's ready to go too, and then we can get everything situated. But in the meantime, you got to hang tough because
Yep.
we are not done with this yet. We are
No.
not done.
No. But we've got 60 more days, so stay on your senators and your congressmen.
Yep, yep. And I'm sorry. I frankly feel like watch the sky because
Right? Yes.
you
Yes.
know the Lord's
Definitely.
looking down on us right now, and He may just be
Definitely.
right ready to come see us.
Yeah,
So
really. Come,
yeah,
Lord Jesus, right?
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Me too. Me too.
Anyway, hang in. Be Texas tough, and we'll see you next time.
See you next
Bye.
time.
and nasty
Ugh,
like that.
bleh. Like just so
They're trying
gross.
to normalize it. And see, that's the thing. Words matter.
You know how
Let's
you
do
have
the
those
Trump
like
dance.
I have like not ugly days anymore. I have like old days. Like I go,
Hmm.
okay, you know how you had ugly days and usually it's around your period where you like look at yourself and like, man, okay, that's bad,
What happened to
right?
your face today? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
I have the old days. Like today, I just like look at myself. I was like, holy crap, did I like age like 10 years in one day? Like I just my head hurts and the back of
Hmm.
my neck hurts and